We are in week 2 of the government shutdown, and there's still no end in sight. So why can't President Obama end the whole thing? Attorney J.Davis is here to talk about the president's power as it relates to the government and the shutdown. Jay, as always, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Ashley. It's great to be here.
I'm going to pull up a quote from the Constitution, per se. Article 2, Section 1 of the Constitution states, "The executive power shall be vested in a president of the United States." Hey, what does that mean? I mean, I don't know what it means. Tell our viewers.
A lot of people have gotten confused with this. Right now, we have a two-party system where
Right.
Republicans and Democrats fight over for power.
Right.
But the way it's supposed to be is there's supposed to be an executive branch who executes the laws that the legislative, that's the House and the Senate, create.
Right.
And then when they go out of line a little bit, or when somebody's unsure, they go to the judicial power and let them judge it. And that gives us our checks. Now we have everything run by Republicans, Democrats, back and forth going there. So Obama has the right to execute the laws that exist with the power he has. But the problem with the shutdown is that Congress has the power, what we call power of the purse. They're the ones who have the power to appropriate where money goes, how much is spent. Right now we're spending tons and tons of money. We're printing tons and tons of money, so we've got a mess.
Okay. Now, you mentioned the judicial branch. So could the president, in fact, go to the Supreme Court of the United States and say, look, I need you to halt this right now. I need you to...
He can't, because the law is clear that Congress has that power. And a lot of people are saying Congress being the House of Representatives. But this is the House of Representatives combined with Senate action. So they're going back and forth, so each one can go. So right now, the president is in line with the Senate because they're both democratically ruled. Right. Ruled by Democrats, not democratically ruled, but ruled by the Democrat Party.
The majority. The Democrats have the majority in the Senate.
Right. And then Republicans are in the House. So they'd like to make it look like the House is the one with the power to fund things. And they're not doing that according to the president and the Senate. They're trying to get them to say, look, fund everything. Just give us all the money here. Just make everything keep on going like it is.
Right.
Then we'll work out the details. They've been doing that for a while. But Congress can say, look, we're going to give you money for the military. We're going to give you money. Let's do it one at a time. Let's say, do you want this? We'll give you money for this in an order. And the Democrats don't want that.
Quickly, I just want to ask you, so we have death benefits aren't going to military families. National parks are still closed, but Pentagon workers went back to work this week. So how come some departments, is that kind of what you're getting
Because that is what the executive branch decides. That is what the president is the one who puts into force whatever the laws are. So he's sort of picking and choosing. And right now he's sort of picking and choosing whichever one is most notable.
Okay.
So, like, really, there were parts that were, like veterans displays that were blocked off. It probably cost more money to block those off than to keep them open, as they always are.
All right.
So they've actually spending the money they do have in ways to kind of tighten up and make people hurt and feel it.
All right, Jay, always interesting to hear your opinion. Quickly, tell us about this weekend's It's the Law edition.
This weekend's It's the Law is talking about how abuse of power with the federal government goes out of hand. We're talking about on October. In October, we're talking about different abuses of power with the judges, with the district attorneys, with the legislatures, with power that's in different hands. Law enforcement sometimes act out of line. What do you do when that happens? What do you do when you're getting prosecuted for a crime that you feel you didn't commit, and now you've paid thousands and thousands of dollars to try to defend yourself?
All right, J.Davis, everybody, thank you. And remember, you can catch Jay and his legal experts every Saturday on My 41.2 at 3 p.m. and on Sunday right here on 41 NBC at 6. And don't forget, if you got a legal question for Jay, you can email us at itsthelaw@41nbc.com. You can also find me on Facebook and ask me, and I'll relay it to Jay. And don't forget, we'll always answer it right here on the news at 6 on 41 NBC.